Hey there, Knolly Williams here, the business healer. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to heal your business. That's right. So many business leaders, entrepreneurs, real estate agents are running around and they're putting out small fires in their business, but they're not really focused on the big picture, the big priority things. And you and I both know that in your business, about 20% of the things that you're doing are getting you about 80 to 90% of the income of your business. They're getting you the results. And so in this video, I'm going to talk to you about healing your business. If you have any issues in your business, or you're stuck, or any problems, you need a healing. And the cool thing is, there's only 2 problems that you'll ever have in your business anyway. And I'm going to talk about them in the video. All right. Now, if you like the video, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's check out the video. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're talking about how to automate your business so that you can scale to 6 or 7 figures in the next 12 months while working just 3 hours a day. Does that sound impossible? That sounds crazy, doesn't it? It sounds crazy. Well, I'm going to share with you guys how I do it. So today I run 3, how many? 3 6-figure businesses, 6 figures plus. I always put the plus on there because 6 figures is like, if you're on this side of it, it's a long way from 100,000 to $1 million, isn't it? But 6 figures could be 999,000. So I say I run 3 businesses that are in the good 6 figures, okay? And I work 3 hours a day. I work a 3-hour workday and I run all 3 businesses. I'm gonna show you guys how I do it, and you don't have to incorporate everything. It's not all or nothing, okay? Is that all right? Okay? It's not either or, it's both and more. Okay? By the way, did y'all take some, do y'all have pen and paper? Because the Holy Spirit is up in here today, y'all. And he's going to drop some knowledge, some wisdom. I was on a call just the other day. Anybody in my boot camp that I'm running right now? A few of you guys are in the boot camp. Okay, cool. Wasn't it good? It was really good this last week. Somebody asked me, they said, could you repeat what you just said? I said, ma'am, I don't know what I just said. Because when it's about 30 minutes in, the Holy Spirit just goes. I said, that's why we record these. And we're recording this one as well. Okay, so the paycheck that you'll never spend. I want to talk to you about this. So back when I was in KW, I used to work a lot with Tony DeCello, Gary Keller directly. And this guy comes up to me. I was in the coffee line at this big convention. Have you ever been in the coffee line at a convention? It's a long line, y'all. And I'm up here, I'm like, where's the VIP section? Don't they know who I am, huh? I want to get my coffee quick. I got things to do. And I was supposed to speak on 3 different panels and other stuff like that. So I'm in this long coffee line like everybody else. This guy comes up to me, he says, are you Knolly Williams? So I look at him, and I'm thinking in my head, I hadn't had my coffee yet, so you got to figure. I'm like, man, ain't too many black cowboys up in here. You know? Yeah, I'm Knolly. You know, have I met you? Do I know you? I'm a lot nicer now. He said, Knolly, I've never met you in my life, but I want to share with you how you've changed my family. I said, your family? I said, well, talk to me. What happened? He said, I was on my way out of the business. Anybody ever felt like that? You're in the business, you feel like you're on your way out. Some of you guys feel like that right now. Your family's saying, go get a real job. Quit that real estate, trying to do real estate. He said, I was on my way out of the business, but I watched a series of videos that you put out, and it changed the trajectory of my business. So much so that I took 60 listings, okay, in the last 12 months. I took 60 listings. I stayed in the business, but not just that. He said I was able to put food on the table for my family when I wasn't able to do that before. You've changed my life. And I call that the paycheck that you'll never spend, okay? I speak, wherever I can. I love to do teaching, training, and I get paid to do this. But the paycheck that gentleman gave me, I'll never spend that. And I have over and over and over again heard that. I've even heard it from some of you guys today, and that's why I do what I do. I am convinced that I am answerable to an almighty God for the way that I've lived my life here. And I have been an entrepreneur since the age of 23. Okay, actually I became an entrepreneur at the age of 12. So I'm going to give you 40 years of wisdom. We're going to condense it down into 2 hours. It's going to be hard, but we're going to do it, okay? And I think we have some afternoon stuff too, but Frank will make those announcements. So this is just a little bit about me as a business healer. So in the 90s, You know what? I'm going to skip this, but I'm going to give you guys the slides. Okay, is that okay? Is it okay if I share the slides with you guys? All right. So this is just a lot of information about me. You know, I sold over 1,000 houses my first 10 years in real estate, okay? And I'm here to teach you how I did it. But let me ask you this. How much of success would you say is mental or is in the mindset? What percentage would you say is mindset? Let me hear some numbers. Somebody said 100. So I heard somebody say 500. Let's go over here. This is the smarter group over here. Just kidding. How many? 95%, 90, 80? Okay. Who would say it's more than 50%? Okay. So most of you guys. And here's the thing. Most agents, what they want from me is, how do you do it? I want the how-tos. This, that. I want to know how to do it. All right. The how doesn't matter. Okay. I just want you guys to understand. Now, I love how. Somebody got my book. Anybody got my book in the house? Success. Okay, I see a few hands. Anybody got my book here in the house? Okay, so if you got my book here, run up to the stage with my book. Mele, come on up here, girl. She got it. She brought it to me. She ain't running. She ain't trying to run. She wanted me to meet her halfway. You see? And she's a rule breaker too. You see how she's trying to sit on the outskirts? I'm a rule breaker too. I'm a renegade. So look at this book. This is 454 pages. Is that insane? 450, who does that? Who writes a 450-page book? Okay? Now, the reason I wrote this is because so many people said, how did you sell 1,000 homes your first 10 years and do 90+% listings? So this is the how-to. This is how I did it. Guys, it's like $12. It's $11.99 right on Amazon right now. It's on sale. So the how-to is right here. This is a resource manual. It's called Success with Listings. I'm not here to teach you this. I'm here to teach you the stuff that you're not going to find on YouTube, the stuff that is preventing, because what's preventing you from really accomplishing the success that you want, a lot of you already know how to do it. It's just not happening in your life, is it? Right? So the how-to is 10%, the mindset is 90%, so that's what we're going to cover today. Is that okay? All right. So I'm going to give you what you need. A lot of people, they want me to give them what they want, but then I'm saying, I know what you need. You need a healing is what you need. You need a healing in your business. So that's what we're here for. Mele, I'm not going to steal your book. I'm going to give it back to you. So how to solve the only two problems. Did you know that there's only two problems that you'll ever have in real estate? How many of y'all know that? A lot of you guys think there's a lot of problems. Man, I got a lot of problems. What you talking about? I got a lot of problems. Just listen to my problems. And I coach people all the time. They want to tell me their problems. And that's okay. But there are only two problems that you'll ever have. We'll discuss that. I'm going to give you my 7-step system, okay, of how I operate my 6-figure businesses in 3 hours a day. We're going to talk about the 5 keys to quadruple your sales. Anybody want more sales? We're going to talk about that. And then I'm going to talk to you guys about how to join my boot camp. Sometimes I talk about myself in the third person. Somebody said, I like how you talk about yourself in the third person. I said, I do that. You know, I didn't think Uncle Knolly would do something like that. So I do have a boot camp going on right now. I'm going to let you guys know how you can get in for half price, okay? So we'll share that later on as well. Yeah, I got something to sell you, but that's okay. You know, I learned a long time ago that when people don't pay, they don't pay attention. Have y'all noticed that? I do it myself. When I was 8 months in the business, I hired a coach, okay, and paid him how much? $1,000 a month. 8 months in the business, $1,000 a month. And I was like, sucker, I don't want to pay no $1,000 a month. But guess what? I did what my coach said. Why? Because I was paying money. You see? And a lot of people don't want to do that, and they end up not successful. Now, with my coach, my goal was 40 deals a year. You know what she told me? She said, Knolly, why wouldn't we just do 100? I said, that's crazy. I don't want to work all the time. She said, Knolly, I guarantee you, I'm going to make one guarantee. If you will commit to do 100 deals a year, instead of your goal of 40, you'll work half as much time as you work doing 40 deals. Okay? Because there's a secret called leverage. We're going to talk about that today. I didn't understand what she was saying. I thought she was crazy, but I didn't know anything. I was 8 months in the business. I did what she said. By my second year, I was already close to over 100 deals. And then my last year in production, I did 153 deals, and I worked about 4 to 5 hours per week at that point. okay? I'm gonna show you guys how I did it. I've been an entrepreneur since the age of 12, launched multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses, made my first $1 million when I was 29 years old. Actually made $2 million that year. I teach successful business owners how to quadruple your income while working 3 hours a day. And I'm a best-selling author, an international speaker, and a thought leader, okay? But here's the thing. When you look at all this, it's like, man, Knolly's just successful. He gotta be successful because he's Knolly Williams. Well, this is Knolly Williams back in 1970. That's when I was born, 1970. Okay, it sounds funny when I say it. I don't know why, but it does. And I was born in Brooklyn, New York. That's me and my sister, okay? And, you know, my childhood, I gotta say this, after the age of 6, was a living nightmare, okay? You know, I can remember night after night going to sleep, okay, with painful, hot, stinging welts from yet another extension cord beating, administered from my mom. And the thing is, my mom and dad, they separated. You know, a lot of us come from broken homes, but my mom couldn't handle it. I was 6 years old, 7 years old, and up until, you know, as long as I can remember as a child, I was beaten on a regular basis. I was abused. I was an abused child, okay? And I know some of you guys come from that. I understand. Uncle Knolly feels you. He feels your pain, okay? I know what it's like to have to go to school and put on my long pants and my long shirt to hide the scars from last night's beating, so the kids wouldn't make fun of me, and so the teachers wouldn't ask me what was going on at home, you know? I lived through that. And by the time I was about 15, 16, I started getting into trouble, okay? I was a troubled youth, they called me. I was a rebel. Inside, I was angry. I was pissed, right? That I was being treated this way at home. And I won't say you know, forgiveness is a beautiful thing. I've forgiven my mom. I love my mother. She's turned out to be a beautiful woman, right? But in her 20s, when she had me, she was 22 years old, and she was bipolar, she was going through some stuff, all right? And it's not to excuse, I'm just saying that by the time I was 16 years old, I said, I gotta get out of here. I gotta raise up, as we used to say back in the day. Now, by this time, we were living in South Central LA. Well, I had moved to South Central LA when I was 10, okay? And then we ended up on the outskirts in Los Angeles. And I left home at 16, and for 2 years, I didn't know where my next meal was gonna come from. I didn't know where I was gonna sleep the next night. For 2 years that went on. Until at the age of 18, there's your boy, 18 years old. I gotta tell you, Jesus Christ got a hold of me. He did. You know, some of y'all know what's up. I hear a few of you. But he got a hold of me. He snatched me out of the gutter. And my uncle came to California, and he said, boy, you need to come to Austin, Texas, and visit me. And I said, man, I ain't going to no Texas. Now look at me. Yeah, so I was 18 years old. He said, just come out for a visit. So I took a duffel bag. Y'all know what a duffel bag looks like. I took a duffel bag and filled it up with whatever I had. I said, I'm gonna come visit you for 3 weeks. I never left. Got married when I was 22 years old. This is my marriage license right here just to prove it. And then when I was 23 years old, I wanted to start my first label. See, my first love was rap music. And I call myself a gangster rapper. When I was in California, from the age of 13, I started rapping. I was talking to a young man last night. I said, rap came out in 1983. He said, oh, really? I thought that was the age of disco. I said, man, you know. So from 1983, but in 93, I was 23 years old, started my first label, my first business. I raised $1,800 from friends and family. And by the way, I didn't know anything about doing loans. So I didn't ask people to lend me money. I just asked for money. I want to start a business. Can you give me some money? That's what I did, you know? And somebody gave me $50. Another person gave me $100. It's like, oh, this boy wants to do his own thing. Let's help him. So I raised $1,800. And I got to tell you this. Within 5 years, how many years? 5 years, your boy, Uncle Knolly, was making $150,000 a month. Per month. Okay, we bought this house when I was 26 years old, right? I was 26, qualified for a jumbo loan because of all the money we were making at 26 years old. And I bought this house on 10 acres in Round Rock, Texas. Anybody went to Round Rock? You've been to Round Rock? So that's where I bought it. A few years later after I bought it, the Austin Chronicle did a story on us. That's in 2000. That's when I was 30 years old. Still look the same, don't I? Come on, right? So I was 30 years old and I was making $150,000 a month. But here was the thing. I didn't know what I was doing. I was working 16 to 18 hours a day and I was making 150 grand a month, but I was spending 160. That's dumb with a capital D. Dumb. All right? It doesn't matter how much money you make. If you don't have wisdom around it, okay, it's going to just fly right out. Some of you guys have experienced that. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hey, I want to invite you out to Knolly Coaching Club. That's right. The Knolly Coaching Club is where I'm able to teach, train, and coach you every single week to your ultimate greatness. Now you can join for just $1. Go to knollycoaching.com and I'll see you on the inside.